is Six Figure Mommy here with Brittany, and she has
Hello.
a question. What's your question, Brittany?
My question is, how do you gentlemen feel about dating a woman with children?
That's the question. I have children, so you better be sensitive. Peace.
So there ain't nothing wrong with dating a woman with children if the communication is right, right? And if you know what your role is. If you know what your role is, don't have us figuring out what our role is. No, this is what your role is. All right, what is your role? What can I do? What can't I do? What should I do? What shouldn't I do? When should I do it? Should I do it first or should I let the parent do it? What's my role? Right? You need a strategy to raise children, right? It ain't about the adults, it ain't about the woman, or it ain't about the man that's dating the woman with the children. It's about that communication. It's about setting standards, right? You're designing, you're basically shaping, as a parent, you're shaping your children's lives. What you allow will continue. You have them looking up to average people. You have them looking up to and respecting the people in their lives that don't do shit. Well, guess what? They're now in the mode of celebrating shit. Think about that. They accepting shit. So what can we do? Right? What can we do? What can we do? We can draw a line down the middle of the paper like I did on the Ask B.B show a couple weeks ago, right? And we could draw a line down the paper before you date that man, right? You have children, he doesn't. Before you date that man, why wouldn't you draw a line down the middle of the paper, on the left side of the paper, write down all the things that their father is doing, right? And if it ain't shit, and if he's locked up in jail, or if he's MIA, not in Miami, but missing in action, right? You draw MIA on the left-hand side. And then on the right-hand side, you draw all the things that your child needs, right? All the core basics of life that your child needs. You draw that on the right side of the paper. And when you start dating men, you let them know, like, yo, look, this is exactly what they're not getting, and this is what they are getting. Are you able to pour into my children these things here that they need? And if he says yes, then you have to keep on his ass to make sure that he keeps his role in play. You see what I'm talking about? And the same thing goes. All the things that their father is pouring into them, you know what you do? The minute one of those things aren't being kept up by their father, you got to be on his ass. You have to be on his ass. Your children's future will not be delayed just because of his inactivity. Before I get out of here, I'm going to tell y'all this thing. One of the greatest things, you can notice a great team, and we'll talk about basketball right now. A great team, you could take like the 95, 96 Chicago Bulls, right? Of course, they had Michael Jordan on their team, but what made them so special is they had what we call role players, right? And these role players came into the game, sometimes just 5 to 6 minutes a game. In a 48-minute game, they'll come in 5 to 6 minutes every single game to do this role. We call them role players. As a mother dating with children, you have to understand that your children have a role, their father has a role, and the man that you're dating has a role. And you have to also understand at any given time that one of the three of those people aren't doing their role, you're not going to be a winning team. That's what your family is. It's a team. This is not a dating game. Oh, well, who's going to date me? I have children. Oh, he doesn't have any children. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter as long as you got your shit straight. Get your paperwork right. It's kind of like, you know what I'm saying, getting pulled over by the cops and you don't have your license is suspended, you don't have your insurance card, your registration, and you get mad and say, man, they always pulling me over because of this, or they always pulling me over because of this. But when it really comes down to it, your paperwork wasn't right. Your paperwork wasn't right. This your boy Billionaire Brown on the Ask B.B show. I'll be back next week. Peace. that 10 commandments of becoming a masterful communicator and public speaker, which you could get at richbefore30.com. Listen to what I'm telling you. This is not just for communicators and public speakers. You pick up that audio program, you will definitely benefit and find even more answers to your question than I can even think about sharing in this video.